Hey y'all, how we doing today? Mike with Blueface Plus. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be doing a quick oil filter change on my 2010 Jeep Patriot. It's the 2.0. This was one of our marketplace finds we fixed up. So if you guys are interested in seeing how we got this car and the process, what it took to get it to where we're at now, go back and check some of my videos. If you're just looking for some general how to do an oil change, this is pretty standard, straightforward for a lot of oil changes. I'm not trying to get real fancy with it, but y'all are gonna think I'm crazy. But we got some shop rags for your greasy hands, because your hands will get greasy. I don't wear gloves and all that. I don't get real fancy with it. For the 2010 Jeep, I'm just gonna put a Fram TG 160 filter in it, and we're just gonna use some Valvoline 5W20. Make sure you use 5W20. Oil in your engine, no other weights. You're going to need a oil plug wrench. They have kinds like this, which I like this. It works on all my other vehicles. And then they have others like this. So whichever one you guys would like, feel free to use it. Obviously, you need a funnel to put the oil in. Good old oil pan to catch the oil. And for this, we're going to be using a 13 millimeter socket. We'll get down there in a minute and we'll get a better view for you guys. Also, what I recommend, people probably think crazy, I always torque in my wrench. I'm an electrician, master licensed journeyman electrician. Why I'm doing auto repair, I enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy watching me. So anyway, this is just a Cobalt torque wrench. I like to torque a lot of my oil plugs to 25 foot-pounds. I think this is 20. I'm going to try to do it at 25. I'll tell you the story, because if you don't want to use a torque wrench, I had a Volkswagen Jetta years ago, and we were driving down the highway, and all we heard was dink, and then my oil light shot on, car started shaking, we pulled over to the side of the road. It was crazy, y'all. Luckily, I stopped in the nick of time, but the oil plug, from not torquing it, had actually vibrated loose, spilt all the oil across the interstate. It was a bad deal. So you don't want that to happen to you. So make sure you use your torque wrench, and you can avoid that. So let's just get down in here. Make sure the engine's not hot. Make sure you're doing a secure with proper jack stands. I'm using some ramps here, kind of in a dirt spot. Probably should be on a hard surface, but I feel pretty good about it, pretty confident. So just make sure you guys are doing it safe. You may not even need it. You may be able to do it on a flat ground and get under there. I just like to make space and make it easier for me. So let's get in here, and let me get down there and show you guys what we're doing. All right, so up under the car, you want to locate your oil pan, which is right here. We have our bolt here. So we're going to put our pan right there. And all we're going to do is break this baby loose. I always like to hold the pan up there. You're going to get a little bit of oil on you. If you want to wear gloves, go for it. But that's why we got the oil rags. Nice black dirt, clean oil. So we're going to let that drain into there. I'm going to clean this off. And another thing is to remove your oil cap. So that way the air allows it to flow a lot quicker, and you're not, you know what I mean? Nope, get it all out. So we'll let that pour out for about probably like 3 minutes, and then we'll torque this back in. All right, guys, I've been sitting here for about 5 minutes. It's still dripping a little bit. I'm not too worried about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this plug back in here. Get it in there hand tight. And I'll go ahead, just take my ratchet, go ahead and just kind of get it ready tighty. Just get it kind of solid, and then we're going to get the torque wrench. It's already set. 20 foot-pounds. I put 25 on there. We'll see what we get. Oh yeah, 25 foot-pounds, y'all. That's there. 25 foot-pounds, all you need, no more. Don't want to snap it off in there. So now with that, we're going to slide this out, and we're going to get ready to access the oil filter. All right, so we're going to use this one. Just put the pan right underneath it. Just stand back a little bit. Oil's going to start to come out. Don't be scared, y'all. It's just oil. It ain't going to hurt you. Just don't drink it or get it in your eyeballs. You could get a cup or a plate or do something like that to help catch it, but you know, I ain't got time for that. Woo! You don't want to do that, y'all. Whoops. Don't drop it in there like that, but in this case, bloopers. Yeah, don't let it slip and fall. I'm just going to take a rag and wipe up around here. Just like that, y'all. Nice. Make sure this rubber seal didn't fall off. So let's go ahead and put some oil inside of the new filter. All right, so with the Valvoline, if you get that opened up, we're going to pour a little bit into the top of the filter. Here's the filter. So now what you want to do is just pour it in here just a little bit and then wipe it around here. Just like so. Because it's very important you put a little bit of this so that way the next time you take it off, it comes off very nice and easy. So let's get under there and turn this on. Alrighty, let's get it on there, y'all. This here, I always want to just tighten it as tight as you can by hand. You don't want to use any tools to tighten it. You just want it good and tight, just like that. All right, now let's get back up top. We're all finished down here. All right, so if you guys do want to use the tool down there, maybe do a little bit of a quarter turn, make sure you're tight. That's good. Just don't over tighten it and squish that seal in the oil filter. Remove the cover. We're going to go ahead, and this one's 4.5 quarts. We have 5 quarts, so we're going to put 4.5 quarts in, and then we're going to fire it up. So let's get this in here. Oh yeah, nice and slow. Be very careful. So we're going to get the 4.5 quarts in here. This thing's taking an arm and a day, so I don't need you all to sit through and watch that. So we're going to put 4.5 quarts in, and we're going to fire it up. We're going to back it up, and then we'll check the dipstick. Make sure that we're within level. So we're at about a half here. So we're going to go ahead, remove the funnel. Just pour it very slowly because the cam or whatever is right up top there, so it backfills, so you have to put it in slowly. Make sure your cap's on all the way. Let's set this to the side, and we're going to fire it up and back it off the ramps. All right, plugs in, oil filters in, 4.5 quarts in. Let's fire this thing up. Let's give it a second. Let's let that oil circulate. All right, here we go. We're just going to back it off slowly. Nice and easy. Take the emergency brake off. Get it safely off the ramps. All righty, y'all. That'll do it. I'm going to leave her running because I'm going to take her for a test run in a minute. Alrighty, guys. That's how you do an oil change on a 2010 Jeep Patriot 2.0. If you have any questions, comment below. If you guys learned something, give me a like, subscribe, something. I appreciate y'all watching. Just be safe when you're working on this stuff. Don't be scared to get in after it and do your own oil changes. You want something done right, sometimes you got to do it yourself. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. We're going to let this thing warm up, and then we'll check the dipstick, make sure you're at level with the oil. And other than that, You want to check for leaks later, drive around a little bit, drive over, make sure you don't have any leak. If you have something leaking from the plug or the oil filter, you got to address that because you don't want to run it out of oil and blow up your engine. But other than that, y'all, I appreciate y'all. It's hot. I want to get in there. It's Sunday. God bless y'all. I want to watch some football. And I hope y'all learned something today. And this is pretty much standard for a lot of vehicles. So don't be scared to try to do your own oil change, y'all. Take care. God bless. Peace.